Hi, my name is Brian Caff, and welcome to this week's episode of Fully Cloudy. So every week in this video series, what I'm going to try to do is share things that I've found useful for moving all of my computing onto the cloud. Right now I'm doing everything on a Chromebook, and one of the things that was the hardest to move onto the cloud was video editing. So today I'm going to cover a video editing solution called Wevideo. Before this, I should mention what level of video editing I was doing. Most of it was in Camtasia. Camtasia is a pretty user-friendly program, but it's fairly powerful. It has a lot of features. And then when I needed some more, robust video editing, complex tools, I'd use Adobe Premiere and Adobe After Effects. And those are quite hard to learn, but there's pretty limitless in what you could actually do with them. Okay, so Wevideo is a cloud solution for video editing. There's a free tier, kind of in two paid tiers that are $5 and $8 a month respectively, but you have to build them annually. You have to sign up for an annual subscription for both of those. I think they go up quite a bit if you don't do the annual subscription, if you just do it month to month. The free subscription you should definitely try out first because there's some intricacies of working with Wevideo, and if they're just non-starters for you, then you shouldn't, you won't have locked yourself into a year of it. So try it out. You'll fill up that 1 gigabyte pretty quickly. But one thing to remember is if you try out the free tier, first thing is you only get 480p resolution, which looks pretty bad. So you have to recognize that when you're doing it. Probably you won't care so much about how many free songs they have. However, another thing that might bug you that you may not realize gets removed is if you use the free tier, that puts a Wevideo watermark into the video, and that gets removed in either of the tiers. And the watermark, if you're doing the videos for some professional purpose and you can't have another company's watermark in your video, then obviously the free tier won't work for you, but you can try it out. So at any rate, try it out with the free tier definitely before you try for the paid tier. So it's really nice, actually nice looking software. So I'm going to look just at this video I'm creating this week for the Weekly Brian, and here's what the timeline looks like. You can add quite a few videos into I haven't hit any limit, certainly nowhere near past the limit of number of things I need into resources you can put into the timeline. You can change the views, and this is something that I find really useful, is you can change the views so that you can see the audio timeline underneath the videos, and I use that to synchronize two different videos. I usually clap or something that helps me synchronize them. You can put in audio tracks, of course. In terms of video editing, let's see, I'm still getting used to it. So you maybe double click on the resource, and it'll bring up the video editing. You can transform, flip, rotate, scale, so you can have picture in picture if you want, that sort of thing. You can change the audio levels. You can have the video have animation where it comes onto the screen or leaves the screen, or fades in or out. You can change color aspects of the video. You can chroma key out in the paid versions. In the free version, you don't get the green screen effect where you can remove the green. So color keying, you get out. It has a little eyedropper to pick the color. And then you could speed it up or slow it down. So it's pretty full featured. It's maybe not as you are working on a web version, so it's maybe not going to be quite as fast as if you have all the keystrokes down for Adobe Premiere. But it has everything you need. You can obviously cut and do all the things that you want to on the timeline, like you would expect from a video editor. Some other interesting things, so you upload media there. It'll keep track of the media that you have, but you have to delete it if you fill up your space. But you can record the screen. It has a nice little screen recorder, both for webcam and for your screen. And then it has an audio recorder as well. So I'm not using the screen recorder for this video because I didn't want to record Wevideo while I was using Wevideo and potentially opening up some sort of wormhole. But but I tried the screen recorder and it works just fine, just like the other one I'm using right now, which is called Screencastify. I'll cover Screencastify in another video. It's a pretty nice screencasting solution for Chrome, and the free version for that is pretty incredible. Okay, so at any rate, try out Wevideo. I think it's a pretty good solution for doing your video editing on the cloud. The one problem I would mention is, and I think this is intrinsic to doing cloud-based video editing, is when you upload the video, it has to both upload it and kind of process the video so that the interface will be fast. So that process can take a while, but you get used to that really quickly. You just start uploading your video, then you work on something else for a couple minutes, and then when all the uploading's done, then you can work with it. And obviously, that's much slower because it includes the upload time than the processing time that's required on a local solution. But you get used to that surprisingly quickly, and especially if you've connected it to Google Drive, it's pretty fast. But uploading a video that you recorded from like a camera, onto it is a little bit slow because it's going over whatever crummy internet connection you have at your house or something like that. But at any rate, it's working out fine for me. You can look at my videos in the Ask Brian playlist, and you can see how they're improving. I'm getting a little bit better at this, but you can also get a sense of the quality and some of the things that you can do with it. Okay, so I'll have another one of these next week, and if you have a particular thing that you want covered, put them in the Ask Brian link, and I'll cover them in one of these Fully Cloudy episodes. Okay, so I will see you next week.